No major announcements. As a general matter, the two sessions that we had with the board over the last 2 days included collective bargaining agreement, league economics update, hockey operations. We discussed the media landscape. Bill gave you yesterday in the scrum the update on the Olympics. We talked about content and access behind the scenes, social impact, including the work that's being done in the community in Florida before the outdoor games, and the amazing strides we've made with Hockey Fights Cancer, an update on the World Cup and where we are with the IIHF, all basic business. Pat Kelleher joined us and made a presentation, an update on USA Hockey. Glenn Heffernan from the USHL did the same thing. And Joe Gillespie, Deputy Assistant Director of the FBI, was with us when we had a discussion reinforcing the rules concerning sports betting, how it applies to us, and generally raising consciousness and the importance of maintaining the integrity of our game. And it's a briefing that we've been doing with all of our constituent groups just to make sure that everybody knows the rules of engagement. And with that, I will be happy to take your questions, and Bill's here with me as well, in case there's a question I don't feel like answering. Or not. Then we can go have lunch.
What are the points of emphasis with the FBI in terms of the gambling?
Well, the fact is our people do know and have been constantly briefed on what you can and can't do, not just with no gambling on hockey, but with respect, if you're going to gamble legally, if you're going to gamble, you need to do it legally, and you need to make sure you're in compliance with the rules. You can't share accounts, don't do it from out of jurisdiction, and if you're approached by anybody seeking to get information or have you do things, you need to report it to us so that we can take the appropriate response. I think if you want to focus on what we do with respect to ensuring that we're getting compliance, we're monitoring data points in every game in real time, everything that goes on, and we do the same thing with our betting partners and our prediction market partners to make sure that there are no unexplainable shifts. And when you pair that with the data of what's going on in the game, you can't do this and get away with it. And so I think that's an important thing for everybody to know. Not that you should do it anyway or try to get away with it. The integrity of the game is too important.
Last time we met or talked was about, we talked about obviously various things. Was anything new regarding the draft and the location of where?
No, nothing we're prepared to announce yet. Something that's being worked on, which in terms of the timing isn't that big an issue since it's going to be a remote draft again, and so the number of people traveling in will be dramatically less.
You mentioned the World Cup. Any closer to determining host cities or venues or anything?
That process of evaluation is ongoing. When did you say we're going to try to announce at the end of
Sometime in February.
Sometime in February, probably after the Olympics. We'll probably make that announcement.
How many cities have presented bids?
Well, we're in at multiple stages. We're down to 10 North American cities and 6 cities in Europe.
Given the success,
That would be 16.
Given the success of Four Nations in Boston and Montreal, just how much is there an appetite from the league to return to those venues, at least in part, for this?
Yeah.
I really can't say, and to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure. I think they both bid for it, but I can't tell you beyond that.
Obviously, we're aware of how well both cities supported the event, but lots of cities are interested.
Have you determined what the final product will look like? Like how many cities in North America, how many in Europe?
Yeah, I mean, we're focused on one host city in Europe for a European pool. Bring over semifinalists. There's one North American pool, and then the semifinals and the final will be in the North American city.
Okay, so just
Two cities, correct.
What is the IIHF involvement with the World Cup?
We believe we're in a good place with them in terms of being involved. Nothing has been signed, sealed, or delivered, but we think we're in a good place.
Do you have a ballpark on revenues this season?
I think we told the board somewhere around 7.4 or 5 billion native currency, somewhere around 6.8, 6.9 in U.S. currency, which is, as you all know, HR hockey-related revenues.
What was Pat Kelleher's report on USA Hockey to the board?
They continue to be positive, upbeat, and investing in the game at all levels, and particularly proud of their international accomplishments.
Based on those revenue projections, would the cap numbers that you've previously announced be the
We're,
same?
we're right on projections.
There was-
When we did it, we kind of had a good guess as to what the Rogers deal would be, so we took that into account before it was done, and we made good projections.
Gary, just here, speaking about the Rogers contract, can we expect some news for the national rights in French in Canada in the near future, or there's no rush for that?
It's a work in progress.
There was a couple of hand pass situation last week. Do you feel that there's an appetite to go back to the rule and check what can be done, or you feel it's crystal clear?
You know, 1,312 games, how many thousands of calls and non-calls? Two situations, as you call them, does not a situation make. We'll look at it long term. And if necessary, we'll review it with the general managers in March.
Okay.
Great. Well,
Any discussion about your future with the executive committee?
safe travels, happy holidays.